This is the Yoru though, so he can bypass it. Needs to break it. Munchkin has been given up already. Right in front of him. 2 on the contact point. It's good.
Oh.
Something finds another. And they already secured that A site in the blink of an eye. Rest of Gen.G will have to go on that rotate back to the A site, but look at how far Devi has pushed up on Halls here. He's the first Vanguard for the moment. Holding, whiffing. He's going to go down, but at least he's got that information for the rest of Paper X.
Yeah, it was a good hit nonetheless, and you know they know that there are players coming from Bridge, coming from Halls, and that just confirms a lot of it.
Okay, dash in. Thatcher's very aggressive into this as well as uber confident, but of course, Paper X just going to be playing that post plan. Something coming around the corner, repositions, has to help out his team. Right at the precipice of the smoke, push from Texture. In a second, he can. 5 bullets, dashes right in, finds another one, and he picks up the 4K. Texture, as the Des was mentioning, not having any opportunity to showcase his duelist, but here comes the dueling potential for something as he pushes up onto Orange. Any tricky business. Spots one, getting into the astral dimension. Goes out, flashes. He still challenges something. He's got to make something happen here, and he does get it. Follow up by Monyan, but Charon's holding on. 3 versus 3, spike planted down.
You got the Cascade up as well, so there's a lot more room for Forsaken trying to play around this, pushing Gen.G back. They want to burn down the timer, and they want to stay alive as long as possible.
Yeah, Munchkin's coming around the corner here on double doors. They're just waiting for him to drop down already. Forsaken's right here for the first contact, but gets punished by Meteor. He's going to be alone by himself. 1 versus 1, though. Devi, unknowing of where his opponent might be, not spotting Meteor, getting closer and closer. He might not even know about this. There it is. No more utilities for Meteor, so it's a straight-up start of the defuse. Devi playing and will be winning the gamble on the peak. He's already on this operator. There's not really much utility that can really punish him, but okay, Gravity will activate it, stuns as well, and that's gonna be, as the dust settles, 2 kills down against Gen.G. Paper X have somewhat of an advantage here. Oh, still pushing through the smoke! Butchera with a double kill! Triple kill, why don't you? And Mindfreak is alone by himself on Halls.
I can't believe that he reacted to that so quickly. I thought the Cascade would at least mask Paper X's intentions for just a second, but he reacts just as quick.
And Charon's just so fast at being able to just get these punishes. Mindfreak's giving away his position. Of course, Texture's not going to miss the beat. Reckoning coming in from double doors, and he already finds one. Charon could be in a world of hurt. The flash is out, but he's out of harm's way. Back of the side going to be Meteor, using the cyber cages to give him a bit of position here to roam around. Nice. Something quickly deals with him, but Charon finds Forsaken through the off-cam kill. Oh, big flash from Lakia. Oh, they don't even expect it.
He gate crashed backwards. I feel like Lakia might have heard it. So now everyone's kind of split up. Devi still up towards mid. It's a good bit of vision, but it's a 2-on-3 nonetheless. He can't use the Viper's Pit.
Yeah, Mindfreak is just by himself right now.
Here.
I mean, there's even the smoke coming into double doors. They have really segmented the 2 players of Paper X, but Devi, he's hoping to be the savior here. Mindfreak's been given up out in the open. Texture, he's got everything, but Devi takes everything away from him, and that's going to give Paper X a round. They're just going to bring the whole enchilada on that B site.
Yeah, why not? We know we can avoid that off. We can just go straight for Meteor. We can go straight for Munchkin. Take out those 2, and then we have the site. Seekers were deployed by Lakia, though, and he's already here to reinforce. Oh, something's trying to get that through.
Yeah. 2 on the interior of the site, excuse me. Monyan trying to find somebody inside the smokes, and it is so confusing to be in all of that positioning. Somehow, it is Gen.G getting on top of things. Monyan, no ultimate for him, so he's stuck here until Devi comes in. So he is waiting for his teammate to give him that assistance. 40 seconds on the clock, and this is a pretty smart move from Paper X now that they still have that toxic screen to block away that control at the back of the site, where you already see Charon getting closer. He might not be spotted, as well as Texture coming in from B main.
Yeah, that's the main thing. They got to watch all exits, all entrances of this Viper's Pit. Texture could be the linchpin for Gen.G.
That's a shot denied. Shorty's good. And look at this! Charon picks up the 4K.
It's back to a 3-on-3. Of course, Mindfreak wanting to play off the Hunter's Fury, but he knows that there's a potential play coming through.
Another one. Meteor gives himself a bit of space. Push left or right. What it's going to be? It's going to be the right. He wins, but he's down to 5. Oh, this is going to be so bad. Difficult even for him. Natural Drift activated. It could be very difficult, but Texture's already pushed up all the way through elbow. They're not going to know about this, but he whips. Thankfully enough, he has Lakia right beside him to help him out. Wow. Paper X are dwindling in numbers. Mindfreak finds something with the Odin.
I got the spike.
And he brings it right back. 3 versus 3. Plenty of walls. Can they calm themselves down to plant the spike even? Not going to happen just yet. Monyan has control of the back of the site here. Ultimate activated right now by Mindfreak. Big flanks coming in from Munchkin. So the time for Monyan to make something happen is very minuscule here. 2 versus 1. Charon now backing himself away. Gonna double up with his teammate. And this is the perfect time for them to try working their magic against the one.
What
is this TP? He's trying to pick up a spike? No, he's just trying to reposition for the fight. Very aggressive from Monyan, but it's not gonna work out.
Nice try, but Munchkin just turns around and says, dude, you thought you could pull off that play.
The swing outs for Paper Rex, like I mentioned, because they don't have that Sentinel, they just have to start peeking and pushing, and as well as just getting that contact. Shots through the smoke, able to get Lakia, the push out from Texture, and he finds something, could get another one, what a flick from Texture, down to 25, but his lethality is still very much felt. Thus settling, numbers favoring Gen.G, Monyet as well as Devi. Devi's already coming in for the flank here, and Texture, he's very much unaware of it.
He is holding a bit of an off angle though, so Devi can't really just waltz right through that door.
On mid though, that's going to be Monyet by himself. Does have the paranoia. I'm not sure if he actually spotted the other one. Texture, that door closes. The opportunity for Devi is not even possible. Dude had the so close yet so far away situation.
He opened the door again.
Okay, so his positioning's already given. He's pushing out, jumping through the smoke smartly to try to get a coax out of everybody. And this is the thing, every single opponent of Devi right now is low, so his Sheriff has a lot of lethality on it.
Just one shot to the body. But look at the positioning.
He's so unaware. And you can see that with how he's moving up here, that he wants to get close against Charon, but he's so afraid of where Texture actually might be, even thinking it could be mid.
I mean, he's got a bit of time, but Texture is the main one to look out for right now.
Did they just barely miss each other? Look at Devi. I think he heard the drop down too. Texture's about to just peek out. The Devi, can he be able to reel it in for the round win?
But at this point, only 30 seconds left. They have to hightail it to B, and as long as Meteor can do the same thing that he's doing right now, Gen.G might have a better time in this round.
Oh my goodness, Mindfreak couldn't really do anything. And the rest of Gen.G gonna be walking up to B.
10 seconds.
It's all up to something. He's got a Guardian. The aim god. Okay, good at the first. Gets the second one instantaneously, but he's dropping in HP and bullets and everything. And it's down once again to Monyet. Oh, was that a tag? It was. Look at how just low both of these players are. I mean, even if Meteor drops down, you can already see Charon waiting patiently at the back of the site, and even finds Monyet trying to reposition and have themselves Charon's Cosmic Divide. Monyet finding Meteor through the push on A main. This is what they want. They want to stop these multiple angles of attack, go for a little bit of coverage, and the flashes is so good that Gen.G just have to rub their eyes and wait for the blindness to dissipate. And as it does, Munchkin's by himself, Forsaken.
His team and other means. Main thing though is for Devi to stay alive right now.
Oof, well he can, especially because of those flashes. But the punishes from the Reckoning as well as the Hunter's Fury does get the value something, just jumping in and out with the shorty.
I got the spike.
Numbers still favoring Gen.G. All of them now on the site. What's the damage here? What's the capabilities? Monyet wreaking some havoc outside of Arch, but he's alone. They haven't picked up the spike. He can reposition into this, and he's got everything. Shrouded Step, Paranoia, and there's smoke. Gen.G realizes, wants to actually double up. They want to use the numbers in their favor. Monyet, did he hit all of them? He did! He repositions! My god, Monyet!
He's
down to one bullet. He has to change, either reload or change, which he does. And Monyet almost gets it, but Munchkin perseveres. And it's not even an explosion, guys. It's a slow burn, a slow, painful poison burn. Cosmic Divide used on this A side itself. Cove making Gen.G just a tad bit afraid. As it drops, now they know. And they even have, the Viper's Pit to make things a little bit easier as they transition, into this post plant.
And that's it, an uphill battle for Paper Rex, right? They might be able to surround this Viper's Pit. There is a trip on the other side. Meteor can make use of it. And then you still gotta watch out for those players up inside A main. How do you break this?
Monyet, though, he's vertical, dude. He's got the high ground advantage, and he is using that to actually get the one-up. Viper's Pit, use the snake bite to get a little bit of damage. No one's feeling the spike, and Munchkin through the smoke. Oh, this is going horribly wrong for Paper Rex. Someone's gonna have to start defusing it. Someone's gonna have to hold him. Munchkin, what can you do? Absolutely everything, as he actually has bought enough time. They die to the event horizon, and that's gonna be Gen.G with 2 rounds advantage, closing up. Oh, he's so alone. Oh, he is so dead. Oh, this is not looking too good for Paper Rex. Forsaken doing the same thing. No flashes, and he absorbs his opponent right in front of him, gets full flash, but the trades from Paper Rex are actually working. Shot through mid. Oh, something gets it. He even finds the lurking Meteor. And all of this because of the shock darts coming in from Mindfreak. Lakia will plant the spike. Monyet does not chase for him or tries to punish him. So it's the double up from the both of them. Something coming in from the white swing, and he's had enough.
Karen actually lurking up around mid.
That also, and well, there you go. He finds the one pick onto something here. There's the quick charge out. Tailwind was actually saved up by Texture, so he has capabilities to enter the site.
Oh,
Forsaken's not going to know about Karen here. Or does he? The Reckoning actually spots him out 14 seconds. Let's see what the battle comes in through the mid. It's going to be Forsaken. Spike, though, should get planted. It's all down to Forsaken for now as he waits for Divide to back the site. Back what? But Texture! What a reposition! What a challenge! And what aim has this top fragging Korean brought to the Gen.G roster? And he gains the 1 kill for almost everything here. There is no money for Paper X right now. Forsaken, okay, that's one. Mindfreak's gonna have to go big, which he does. Oh, this drone blows up right in his face, dude. It's all down to the buy. He's got a Vandal, but he's so far from the situation on A.
I'm running out of words. I would have thought that maybe at least something would have been able to get a trade at least, but wow. Decision making just a little bit off, but then at the same time for Gen.G to pick up these frags that quickly. They are looking in new form today. William is definitely chuckling at the desk. And now they are just 1 kill away from pushing us into the next map.
Definitely patting himself on the back with his Gen.G inspired outfit. 3 versus 1. Oh my god, Divide doesn't even have any smokes to supplement himself. He just has the weapon in the corners, and that Spike is just dwindling down ever so closely to exploding. He does fight Texture, but I mean, Karon's just gonna activate the gravity well. Whoops, whoop. That's about it.
They know they got it.
He's got no time, man. That's gonna be it. And Gen.G get themselves map 1 in this series up against Paper X.
I mean, that's the other thing. It's just that this is a map that, you know, Paper X can study game tape off of because Gen.G did play this, you know, against RRQ. So having an idea, you definitely have that something that is feeling a little bit more swift, a little bit more fluid.
Something get in? Oh, I thought he got into the door. Okay, he opened it himself. Here's the fight. They're gonna try to go for the pitch very quickly. And Paper X, this B site, there is no solid ground here. It is all quicksand. You gotta move, or else you're just gonna fall into the depths of the bullets. Meteor's by himself. That Spike's already getting defused. And Paper X, solid start on the pistol. Yeah, there's the hunt activated already. Forsaken's ready at best, but there's too many numbers here. They've committed the fight. They've lost the weapons. And they're losing numbers right now. Monyet's gonna have to hold this by himself. He is down to a very dangerous amount of HP. And something all down to him. Thankfully enough, the rest of Paper X, they've done somewhat their jobs, as they have lowered the meters, the life of all the Gen.G players down to half. It's a lot more Vandal digestible for something. Vandal indeed in his hands. He's already activated Tailwind, but Gen.G's not biting. They know they have the numbers advantage. They know the Spike is planted already. So something's going to be put into such a decrepit state.
It was a bit of information for Forsaken nonetheless. We've got some smokes up. We've got Monyet and Mindfreak available, and they're trying to work their way in. Getting those heads-up duels will be advantages.
There's the NT, not nice try, but the Neural Theft activated. Meteor still holding on, man. He is a force to be reckoned with, but Mindfreak comes up to win. Time is going to be enough to defuse that Spike. But man, oh man, if Forsaken didn't pop off there, I should have get around. Meteor, his timing is going to be very crucial. Forsaken chased a little bit too hard, and he has the lockdown. He can activate it right now, let the rest of his team come in, or use it as bait, force the rotation away from Paper X, and go elsewhere.
And that's the best thing that Gen.G has going for them right now. The number of options that they have thanks to Meteor getting that first kill. But now, committing over to the B side, paint shells in, it buys Paper X a little bit of time for something to come up with the judge.
He knows someone's right behind him. But since they haven't picked up that Spike, he can just be as patient as possible, hold for the rest of his team. That's all he really needs to do. Texture stayed, not going to do much damage, but he does pick it up. Something's got a Cloud Burst. He can get closer and closer here, create that tempo if need be. But the one that's going to have to hold the most is Meteor right on top of that B site, which he does, leaving Mindfreak in a 2 versus 1. They've doubled up onto the corner here. They got a shot at step. He's got a shot at step. But he's waiting patiently, but you mentioned it already, man. They're stacking up, and he can't do the high-low. Too slow, and that's going to be Gen.G with a round advantage.
Just paint shells to deny Spike plant, but look at how Texture is hunting.
Oh my god.
Out of charges.
He barely dodges that, gets out of harm's way. But that's the power that they've got. Big kill onto Munchkin there, though, but Meteor's still holding on Rubble. If he can hold on to this position, His teammates can rely on him to hold that long angle right now, but not available anymore. Texture throws the nade from up above on Heaven, so they know that somebody's at least up there as he tries to reposition. The rest of Paper X coming in closer. Something floating, stinging like a bee. That nade is going to be so strong. Lakia, wow, over-analyzes the situation and gets punished for it. But Texture, it's all in his wheelhouse, baby. Smoke does dissipate, so Devi very quickly will be able to get that refract.
Tempo trying to adapt to it, but it burns down the timer. Look at the clock, Asarai.
Look at this, though. Gen.G can actually go for that link, and if something is too slow into this one, even if he escapes this, he's going to get pinched in. Unfortunately for Paper X, Meteor gets it once and for all. Monyak comes in here with a showstopper, and the rocket goes boom, boom. That's going to be Monyet to get the finalizing kill.
You know, they called in that timeout. They want to suss out information and get a feel for how Paper X is defending this time. But something's not going to make it that easy.
Oh, that's way too many people close up in the face of Monyet there. Something's going to back away, retreat. Danger, alert. That nade clearing him up once again. Not big damage. But as that door keeps closing and opening, they don't know how many players have already exited. How many players are still holding? It's holding. It's Texture, one down. Something.
Oh.
Ooh, overflex. And that's Meteor. He can call back his teammates if he wants to. There it is. Lockdown available. And Meteor opens up the A side by pure sheer power.
I got to see the replay on that. Watch them run. I mean, it's so interesting and off-putting how Gen.G is approaching the map. It was a half buy. You just had this squad of stingers. But guess what? Here comes Forsaken and the spike plant goes down.
Yo. This man might not be the Guardians of the Galaxy, but he is the Guardian of Lotus. 4 kills for Meteor on a Guardian, man.
To approach from, something re-peeks and holds the angle. Defi comes in for an information play, but doesn't find all too much.
Ready for that.
But here comes something.
He's got a tailwind again, so he can get out of harm's way if need be, but over peaks. That's going to be the death of him. Monyet's now trapped here on drop. That Han supposedly giving away position, but somehow Forsaken manages to squeeze his way through the back of the side, leaving Charon by himself and Mindfreak for the pinch. That's the thing that we've seen for the most part is people will just, do basically this. Commit the rumble plays, and Gen.G, those nades are very, very, very deadly. My god, Texture, where'd that flick come from? Mindfreak, he's alone. He's got dark cover to work for days, but his opponent, they can last for months, so just see how more that is. 4 versus 1. He's repositioning around the corner here. Meteor hears him. I wonder if there's a world where Meteor tries to stab Mindfreak here if he over pushes or doesn't even check the corner. But
no.
Play it safe.
Current teams now.
For you if you're trying to push that. Speaking of pushing though, it's the C. Zoom in past Monyet. Whoa, I love this! The double jumping PRX!
Yo, but they still got the shot, man. Whew. So although Monyet makes it through, has a Bulldog, can't go up against Munchkin now. What?
Last player
all right,
standing.
Down to something with a Marshall. 3 versus 1. Makes it a quick 2v1. Okay. That spike is very much out in the open for him. He's got a dash, he actually repositions. But wait, does that angle actually work for him? It's very risk, so he has to try to do something here. Oh my god. Oh, he even got the crosshair in the head near the... Again, you don't want to play that close and hope for accuracy. You just want to go for the pellets first of this shotgun. Munch is going to be first on the pedestal. He's getting very close. I don't know who's going to get this one. On the corner, he will be dropped down by something. Coming in right now is going to be Monyet using that showstopper of his to delay even further. Meteor's getting in closer. Lakia as well. They need to make something happen here. It's all down to Lakia. Good for the first. But there's so many just high angle position from Paper X. Frantically trying to get control here of C. Doesn't matter if he is alone or with teammate. What a dodge from Mindfreak! Oh my goodness! They're trying to rally behind that showstopper of Texture. Great flash from Charon, and it's all Monyet alone.
With open arms on the other side of Link.
Texture's trying to delay as much as he can at the back of the site, hoping that he can stop the Monyets, but he will not. Lakia coming in to pinch, at least stopping some of this massive map control that Paper X has gotten on that A. Spike will get planted. And it's all about the retake here for Gen.G. Okay, Devi does find Munchkin here, making it a more palatable situation for Paper X. Lakia opening the door. The Forsaken finds him with an Odin. Meteor's gonna just have to run away here. Or just stay in the side, whichever. They're already pretty rich, so they can just buy up to the next round anyways. So he can make this into an expensive endeavor for Paper
Live, and Devi is having fun.
I'm just gonna stay quiet here and let us just enjoy the laughs of Devi. Make that your soundtrack, ladies and gentlemen. But as I was spewing some nonsense words, we've already seen some great impact actions here from Gen.G as something's been taken away from the board. Again, Gen.G still threatening a lot of that control on Rubble. This means that it's only down to really Manya to entry into the site. Devi activates, but Meteor is here to just again anchor things. Denies access into that C site, and Paper Rex will have to scratch their heads a little bit here. What happened? We tried to push in and actually fall on our heads as Meteor repositions for this right angle. They might not know about this, and they will never do, as the smoke really just makes it difficult for them to gain any
way too
point of
much.
control.
There's so much delaying that the rest of the Paper X members on the other side, if they go into this, it's not a favorable numbers duel. Something kind of losing to Karon on the other side of the map as well. It just doesn't quite work out for them. So Gen.G gets to extend their lives in this map.
Aye. Yikes, that haunt. Truly going to be the nightmare there for Paper Rex, and you say it already, man. Okay, they open the doorway into tree. Woof, texture, here you go. Inside the smoke is going to be Karon. Then Paper Rex are pushing blind into the site. They gotta just go for that big contact. Something finding Munchkin.
30 seconds left.
Showstopper activated. Does that stop the plant on the spike? Yes, it will be. But it's trade for trade here, Quack. It's not the end of the world. Something repositions, almost gets hang by the rope side. Lakia pushed out, something exploding at this point. There's the plant on the spike, 2 versus 1 for Meteor, but Meteor has truly been a miracle worker at this point. They're backing up into the corner and something finds it with the 4K, and we are going to map number 3. Blot out completely, that being this one as well, as we can see here on Market. But Gen.G's very aware of this, and Devi was almost taken down, but the separation, though, does allow them to get the pickup onto Munchkin. Now, the rest of Paper Rex is going to be holding back the site, and they're just going down to work. Gen.G not in a comfortable spot, and they're just going to have to try to wiggle their way out of this as we turn into the 2 versus 1. But this could be a quick transition if Meteor can find some good timings on this, but he gave away that location of his because he threw out the camera. Waiting for, or just letting Paper Rex cook for the moment, but since they have to, some of their players have to go for the half shields, that Outlaw, absolutely terrifying. Texture's already here at the front lines, and the damage, the aim, the lethality absolutely felt. Forsaken pushing in, picks up so many weapons. This man is an absolute Inspector Gadget. Karon.
Can't reload.
Oh, man. He's waiting for his teammate, though. He's waiting for something. Who has the wingman? Oh, no, the stun. The way he actually loses is he does not. Karon! 2 headshots. Holds it off, even through the pressure of utility chasing him down to the ends of the earth.
And uncharacteristic whiffing, so Karon just pops off, and now back to it. Paper X does not want to let up.
Yeah. Again, that's what's talking about it, man. This Karon newcomer for Gen.G already showing why he's, you know, in that spot. This time, though, it will get punished. Devi holding a very high angle here. Not gonna get spotted, so he will get some damage in, but Meteor somehow manages to get that backside control already, opens it up. Will not have the north up for the moment at least. Does he activate it? Paranoia, huge. Is he really gonna thrash for the overkill? I love this! And Lakia, welcome! Okay, I was about to welcome him. Ducks himself in the corner. They might not be able to clear him out, and he might get the best sandwich position of his life. He needs to do something right here and now, which he does. Devi does go for a trade. No walls just yet. He actually boosts himself up. What a chat moment here from Devi. Texture left on an island. He's got the showstopper. Devi, say your prayers. And that's going to be that Gen.G.
Into this operator as well, so unless they can get clear vision, it's going to be so difficult for them to break through. And that's a great way to start.
Absolutely. Meteor into the corner here. Loving the use of the wingman to actually clear corners rather than defuse the spike. If he gets a target, that's an immediate concuss for you. And Texture's just so far. Even if he can win some of the fights here, he's just way far from stopping something from defusing that spike. G, they have to start holding some crossfire angles while they start defusing the spike, and he's using his teammate as some sort of third POV info gatherer. Not gonna allow them to push up just yet because of that toxic screen. And here comes the contact, and Texture is coming out on top of this, and it's somehow working somewhat favorably for Gen.G for a moment right now. But again, no plan on the spike just yet. Numbers still favoring the Korean side though. Something comes in with the operator, dwindles the numbers a little bit. The TP comes in around the corner. How close does he know? Very close, he knows about it. Oh my god, no way, Meteor. And he's out in the open field, man. Out to just get laid out and dry in Paper Rex.
If you go through market, maybe, but it's a full 5-on-3 retake. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the worst possible opponent they wanted to give the kill for, but again, there's nothing really that Gen.G could have done, and very bad. Anyways, everybody's blind up until this point, but that snake bite, man, they're just coming into this. We'll call this the Paper Rex grinder. Pushes it up. There it is, 2 remaining players on Gen.G, now down to Lakia. He is lighting things up like a Christmas tree. There's the wall. Cross it up. No tripwires to be afraid of.
Wow.
Planting the spike very quickly with the wingman here. And backs away safely, only leaving... Actually, no. 3 players very nearby, willing to fight inside near the smoke.
Crazy. Dizzy out as well.
Oh, okay, they're going to keep fighting this one. But look at how cleanly Paper Rex are just breaking them down. This wall is separating fights from Gen.G. They can't even create these crossfires anymore. And now here's the number game. But Gen.G strikes back, leaving Mind Freak by himself. Does he have the time? Does he have the utility? Does he have the angles with the Sheriff?
No.
And that is a resounding no. But Monyet is very much controlling this back angle for now. Devi also leading it, or rather defending the gap. So it's a pretty clean take here from Paper Rex. They just had to use a bit of utility, but it works solely in their favor.
Still though, that fight across the pillars. As soon as Devi stays back.
Can he get his ace? Oh yeah, he can. There it is. That makes sense. Oh, Lakia finds one. Tripwire. Meteor holding at the corner of this site. Look at how Gen.G has just got all control in A main. This leaves Paper Rex in such a tight bind. If they realize this, they might be able to push at the back of the site. But at this point, Munchkin and Charon are trying to feed off of it. Paranoia into the corner. This is going to be a very tricky time for Paper Rex. And they're going to have to try to do a lot just to get into that site. Quick little res for Lakia, or rather for Forsaken, but immediately gets refragged by Lakia. Thankfully enough, Monyet was there to punish. Thus settles, and there is the site taken. The numbers advantage for Paper Rex, as well as the long rotation here from the rest of the Gen.G players still alive.
Trade's good enough, but Texture on the flank.
Okay, boom. That was quick. With dear life, Thrash activated once again here by something. Devi holding mid control. Lakia wins that out. So at least they have to deal with the possible flank. But control of the site and timer started to tick down here for Paper Rex as that spike has been planted down. Okay, Paranoia is activated. This is good. They're using this to bounce Texture off with the Showstopper. Flash out for Forsaken. Oh my god, how did they actually get these punishes? But still, Charon lights up the entire house. 2 versus 1. Monyet coming into the corner right now. And it's all up to him. Can he get it? First one. Very low in HP, but Lakia locks it in. 12-6, and Gen.G hold on. Enough. A guiding light could actually be a punishing play here, but the bait and switch for Paper Rex, they immediately knew what was up. Meteor, though, yeah, mentioned it. Quick to go for the trade, but Monyet, unstoppable at this point, just keeps going in, and it's trade for trade. But Paper Rex, as these guts settles, as these fights come to a conclusion, is looking to get a little bit of the advantage, and that is just enough for them to work with. Texture coming into the corner right now, finds one. Everybody backs away onto elbow here. They got the utility, they got everything. Munchkin, it's gonna be big for him. He needs to find something right now with this flank, because Texture is about to get sandwiched in. He's found himself that Phantom, as you were talking about, but something's just too quick. He's just too good, and he's just too fast, and that's going to be that for this series. Paper Rex claim it.
Nice little setup towards the end there from Gen.G, but of course Paper Rex dismantles it with gunplay and just moving up front bit by bit.